How to use heartbreak to create your dream reality. Now, the reality is going through heartbreaks is one of the worst things ever, especially as a woman, because you pour into a man, you decide that this is the man that I want to be with, this is my dream man, this is my ideal man. I want to build with him. I want to, accomplish so much in life with him. And then he take you for an idiot. You go through an emotional roller coaster and then you're left empty, you're left alone, you feel like just crap, you know? You have two options at this point. You can either wallow and feel sorry for yourself, hold resentment, and find the same type of man in a different body and repeat the same cycle, or you transmute all that energy of heartbreak, of pain, of feeling sorry for yourself, and you use it to level up. You use it to get into your bag. You use it to look your best. And this is the best type of revenge, leveling up to the point where you're no longer in his league. Like he could never even approach you again because you've leveled up that severely. You've literally become a whole new person. He probably wouldn't even be able to recognize you. And this is why it's so important when you go through these heartbreaks. First, mourn, grieve, because you're mourning what could have been, you're mourning the potential of companionship, of love, and all of these things. Like, it's important to actually feel those emotions and mourn. But girl, after, put your big girl panties up, get your notepad out, and let's strategize how you're going to level the fuck up out of his league and onto bigger, better, and brighter opportunities. Okay, this is what I've done. Okay, many a times. But I feel like my very last one, the level up was so severe, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And there's still so much work that I need to do. However, me using that energy, transmuting that energy into becoming the best version of myself and to upgrade was the best decision I could have made for myself, right? And that's what I need you women to do as well. Not to feel sorry for yourself, not to hold resentment, not to then spin around the block after a month or 2 months and then repeat the same cycle, or meet a new guy, see the red flags, see that he's basically the same man in a different body, and then repeat the same cycle. Like, we're not doing that. When you enter a phase where you're trying to level up, it comes a time where you have to be intentional about leveling up. You have to be intentional about not repeating the same cycles, but deciding that you're going to do things differently. You're only going to make decisions that are going to allow you to be your best version. That's going to allow you to level up. Okay? Okay. So, here is a quick step-by-step formula on how to level up straight after a heartbreak. Step 1, as I said before, grieve, mourn, feel the pain, feel the heartbreak, feel the disappointment, feel all of that. No matter how long this takes, everyone's process is different, and it really just depends. If you're an emotional person, if you're sensitive, then it might take a little bit more. But be patient with yourself. Once you're done mourning, get your notebook out, create a strategy. What areas in your life can you level up? What areas in your life can you upgrade? What areas in your life can you work on in order to become the best version of yourself? What goals do you have that you were, stopping yourself from blocking your blessings because you were distracted by that silly guy, right? This is your time to strategize. This is your time to be honest with yourself. And this is your time to make a plan. It's also important to take time to analyze the situation at hand, whether it was a relationship, a situationship, maybe something casual or something long term. What went wrong? What were the red flags you missed? What were things that you could have identified and walked away earlier? Now, this isn't to shift blame, but it's just for you to learn so that you don't repeat the same cycle again. A lot of women do not do this, hence why they repeat the same cycles with a different man over and over and over again. They just assume healing is just this, I don't know, blasé type feeling, and you just have to wait, and time is a healer, and that's it. They don't do no work. Even if it's just you sitting in stillness for an hour a day and just analyzing past scenarios that you went through with that person and seeing where you could have missed red flags. This is really important because this is going to ensure that you do not repeat the same cycle. This is going to ensure that you are actually learning from your mistakes. You are actually identifying, okay, this is not something that can be repeated again. And so I need to make sure that I instill this standard or this boundary, and then you can go from there. If you don't learn, if you're not proactive, you're going to repeat the same cycles, and I don't want that for you. Okay, I don't want that for you. So make sure you write down some lessons, make sure you journal. This is why I'm such a big believer in journaling. I'm such a big believer in just writing down your thoughts and feelings, because one really amazing thing that I used to do, I was dating and in relationships, I would journal. Any weird off situations, I would then journal and write it down. Until this day, I look back and I read through and I can literally feel the emotions and pain in that moment. And it just is my reminder that I will never put myself in a situation like that again. And so that's something I really recommend moving forward. When you go through you navigate the world of love, you navigate the world of dating, make sure you're actually taking notes. Okay, next up, after you've learned your lessons, after you've created and identified the areas that you want to level up, you've grieved, it's now time for you to convert what you need to do every single day, weekly, and monthly in order for you to level up. So, what daily habits, daily rituals do you need to do every single day to get to your leveled up version? Give yourself a time frame as well. Think about how you want to look physically in the next 3 months. I feel like 90 days is a perfect time frame because it's enough time to genuinely transform your life. It's enough time to genuinely become a new version of yourself. And it's enough time to start. Okay. Be in the woodworks, quietly moving in silence, and then just come out of the woodworks looking like a complete different new person. This is what we want. So come up with a time frame, identify the habits that you need to do every single day. And then we also need to reprogram your mind. You need to rewire your mindset. Now I'm going to do a separate think piece video on this because it's really important. And I feel like that's a dedicated video in itself. I feel like it's really important for women to rewire their mindset, to think from a place of abundance, to think from a place of audacity, like I can have the life that I want just because I deserve it, right? And operate from that place. But essentially, rewiring your brain, especially after heartbreak, is very important because you're going to be kind of jaded. You're going to assume that every man is like your ex, and you may end up going through a I hate men phase. I know I was there and I've been through that in the past. And so it's very important that you remove those limiting beliefs and you recognize that, yes, many men lie, but there are still men out there that align with your values and align with what you want. And so it's very important to keep that perspective in mind, but not to be naive to entertain any man just because he may say the right thing. Now we need to start moving logical and we need to move smart moving forward when we do decide to start dating again, right? It's all about rewiring your mind, your subconscious mind, your conscious mind. So feed it with positive content, feed it with podcasts, videos like this, motivation, compilation videos, like all these different elements. Make sure you're consuming some of that content every single day. You can be doing things while you're listening to that positive content because that's what's going to rewire your brain. So maybe while you're going to the gym, maybe while you're reading, maybe while you're on a walk, maybe on your commute to work, maybe coming back, right? Maybe on your drive back. Make sure you find time to consume the right positive type of content and also operate from a high frequency, a positive frequency. As well, do small things for yourself, spoil yourself. This phase isn't easy. Dealing with heartbreak isn't easy. It feels terrible, terrible. And so having the right wellness routines, self-care rituals you can do, face masks, having cutesy silk pajamas like this where you just feel good, you feel feminine, or watching your favorite TV shows, movies, reading a good book, doing your hair, doing your makeup are small little habits you can do that helps to reinforce and reinvent you and make you feel good, which is the point. As well, Pinterest is going to be your best friend. Use Pinterest to create and design the lifestyle upgrade you want to have, the physical upgrade you want to have, the mindset you want to have, the daily lifestyle you want to have, right? This is going to be a whole shift. If you truly want to level up, you want to stunt on this mother pucker, it's not by crashing out. It's not by pulling up to his yard and telling him about himself. It's about pouring into you. It's about transmuting that pain, the emotions, and all of these different things and using that to your advantage. If you can learn to do this, your life will transform and you'll never feel like you miss him or you need closure or any of that. Because that's the reality. Once something's done, once someone has shown you how they think of you and how they're going to treat you, that's it. You don't really need to do much because at the end of the day, they've shown that they don't respect you. And is that someone you really want to entertain? Some people will continuously make excuses for poor treatment, and you just have to leave them to be a yamhead. There's not much you can do, right? But once you wake up and you realize that I deserve more, I deserve to be treated like a queen, I deserve to have, the right love, to be treated and prioritized accordingly. And you move from that frequency, you move from that level of audacity, you move from that level of deserving that. Your life is going to change. You're going to transform. You're going to feel healed. You're going to glow up. You're going to be leveled up and way out of this league. Way out of this league. And he's going to feel like a yamed. Honestly, he will. And that's another thing, girls. Everyone has a different mindset and perspective, but me personally, I recommend delete and blocking. But you may not be like that. Maybe you want to keep him on socials just so you can stun and he can see your progress, which is fine. But if you know that him viewing your stories, him watching you, because he will, is going to impact you and make you feel a type of way and may make you feel like you miss him, then you definitely need to delete and block him. Without a doubt. Okay? Without a doubt. So that is it, really. I'm going to be back with another think piece really soon. But guys, make sure you transmute the pain, the heartbreak, the trauma, the betrayal. Transmute that energy back into you and use it to elevate, level up your life. I promise you, your life will work out to your advantage. It will work out for the best. It's always the case.